Hello, and welcome to a review of the new Live Life Well program hosted by MediKeeper. Today, I'll be reviewing how registration works and an overview of the wellness platform. What you're seeing right now is the login page. This is where individuals will come in and log in. But first, before you're able to, you will need to register since you are new to the platform. So once we click here to register, you're going to fill in the prompts. First name, last name. Please ensure you use your legal name. Date of birth, which will be in the format of 2-digit month, 2-digit day, and 4-digit year. You'll want to input your email address. This will be your username when you come back to log in, and then create your password. Your password should be 8 characters in length, as well as contain a special character, 1 letter, 1 number. And just, for additional guidelines, please hover over this I and it'll provide you with all those details. Once you've input that information successfully, you're going to hit submit. And from there, you'll agree to terms and conditions and then set up your 2-factor authentication. For that authentication process, I do recommend the text message method. It's very quick, prompt, and it's just going to send your cell phone a specific number. All right, so now that we've successfully registered or logged in, if you're a returning user, this is going to be the main page of your Wellness Center. This is where you're going to find all the aspects that are available to you within the platform. And while I am going to touch base on each of those briefly, I first want to go into the program requirements so you can earn your incentive. So the quickest way to get there is by clicking on Keep Earning More, also seen right here on the main page. And from there, we're going to hit View Program. And from this, it's going to take you directly into the area where you're going to be able to monitor what you've earned credit for, what you've completed, and any additional information you may need to complete. I do want to note over here, it does say that the program runs from 4/7/2025 to 10/31/2025. And that's just when the program was built. Technically, all of these components can date back to 11/1/2024, but the program does end on 10/31/2025. So what we can do is if we want to learn additional information about these 3 items, so your state-sponsored health screening, nicotine-free or nicotine cessation, and your eligible provider visit, we're going to be able to click this plus sign next to each item to obtain some additional information. All the details needed. Again, as I mentioned previously, this little I is going to give you a lot of the information you need. So if we click on here, it's going to explain that this is part of earning your 2026 benefit contributions, the dates that it needs to be completed, and then it's also going to have the link to provide you with any specific information you need to know. So any questions around that state-sponsored health screening, I recommend clicking this link, and it's going to take you to the state's website with the pertinent information. Once we do receive your screening results, the point here will automatically populate. So what will happen, what will occur is this earned points is going to update to 1, and then incomplete will now read complete. So you're going to see that that component is completed. If we want to look at the nicotine-free or nicotine cessation, this is what we're going to be as known as an attestation. So if you are nicotine-free, you can come in here, you're going to click sign here. You're going to type in your full name and then the date, today's date, or whatever date you complete it, just attesting that you are in fact nicotine free. You'll hit submit. And once submitted, that point is automatically going to be added and updated. And then this one will no longer be active simply because you've already earned that point here. Now, if you are a nicotine user and you want to earn this credit, this point, you will need to self-report completion of a nicotine-free alternative. That information, again, let's go to this I. It's going to provide you with all the information, and here's a link that you can click, and it's going to give you all the details that you need regarding what counts as nicotine-free and then what other options are allowed for that nicotine-free alternative or nicotine cessation program. So once you have completed that, again, it's the similar process. It's just a little bit more. We're going to put in your full name. You're going to put in the nicotine cessation program or provider education session that you completed, and then the date you completed the alternative. So a little different, but the process is the same. It's just the information being collected. Once you input this information successfully, you'll hit submit. And again, that point is going to populate here, and that will be completed. And then the last item is your eligible provider visit. This again is an attestation just stating that you completed this component. Again, for further information, what surrounds this visit and what is considered an eligible provider visit can be found here by clicking this link. It'll take you to that state website with all the pertinent information necessary. And again, the sign here component, you'll click there, you'll input your full name, the date of your eligible provider visit that it was completed, hit submit, and once you've successfully submitted that, that point will populate and you'll be good to go. So now that we've reviewed the main components of the Live Life Well program and how to track completion, I want to show you some other various aspects and resources available to you within the Wellness Center. And what we're going to do is just going to work from the top down and look at these tiles is what we associate these as. So the first one is health assessment. I will note this is not the same health assessment associated with your state-sponsored health screening. And when you click on it, that disclaimer is going to populate. If you hit cancel, it is not going to let you complete that health assessment. You're going to have to go back in, hit health assessment, update my health assessment, and we'll need to click this box till it's green, hit submit. And once you successfully do that, you'll then be able to complete the health assessment. All right. Anytime you do want to get back to the main page, you're going to click on this house button. It's going to essentially give you a refresh and a fresh start. Another item available to you is social circles. This is something that individuals with like-minded interests or focus can go to, join, view, post, share information. Just a great way to interact with coworkers, maybe get some additional ideas. You have the ability to post. You can join. You do not have to join the group, but you can if you would like. And then if there's any other ideas that you have of maybe a group you want to see, you can. You'll see here where it has the join button, and you'll see the one here where if you choose that maybe you just want to leave, you can leave the group if you would like. Again, we're going to hit the house button to go back. The incentives and rewards page, that is essentially the exact same thing as mentioned before. You can either hit keep earning more, or if you'd like, you can click incentive and rewards, view my incentive programs, and view program. You'll see here this account actually does have some points earned. You'll see that the nicotine free and the provider visit is completed. Just wanted to give you a snippet into what that looks like as you do complete those pieces. The next item is going to be wellness challenges. So as those do come out, you will be notified. Right now, there are no active challenges, but I did want you to kind of see what this page looks like, what it's available. If there are any upcoming challenges, it's going to be listed at our upcoming. You'll be able to click and enroll. If you have any that you're currently in, it'll be active. Any that have been completed will be here. You also have the ability to do a pal-to-pal challenge. So if you have a coworker, maybe you want to challenge to a walking challenge to walk more, or maybe even running or drinking more water. You can select that metric, set it up, invite the individual you want, and you can have your own fun, unique challenge. Again, all of that is found under the Wellness Challenges tile. As we go down, the HRA yearly comparison, you're not going to have anything in here right now because you have not completed our health assessment. But as you do complete it, if you complete it this year and then next year, you'll be able to click on this and it's going to give you a comparison view of how your health or maybe your lifestyle habits have altered throughout the years. The tracker tile is where you can go if you have a Fitbit or an Apple Watch. You have the ability to sync that device to track your steps or calories, sleep, whatever you might want to. For that, you're going to hear where it says connect, manage non-Apple devices, so items such as Garmin, Fitbit, those. Now for Apple Health, this is a great piece for me to mention our mobile app. It's called Alaveda, Alaveda. You're going to use the same credentials that you did when you set up your registration, so that same email address and password. If you have an Apple Watch, I recommend getting the app and having your Apple Health sync that way. It's cleaner, and it's really the best way to streamline that process. If you want to see those specific steps, you can click here and it's going to open a PDF for you to see step-by-step instructions on how to complete that. Same individuals for the non-Apple devices. If you want to see that step-by-step, you can. That's a document here, but ultimately, if you click here, it's very wizard-like. It's going to guide you through each step. All right, so again, we're going to hit this home button to get back to that home page. And let's see what we have next. We have a HealthWise health content library. It's essentially kind of like a WebMD type thing, but We know the information is valid and resourceful. So, just a great place to go if maybe you want to look at a specific thing your physician talked to you about previously, or just get some additional content on additional. All right, next item we're going to touch on are courses. These are online health coaching courses, self paced, focused on tobacco cessation, sleep, finance, nutrition, whatever you might want to enroll in or look at. You'll just click on courses, view courses, and it's going to open up that specific page to you. Plan for Wellness. These are really centered around responses to the health assessment taken on our site. You're going to see there's all sorts of items available, and that's simply because the health assessment has not been completed by this user yet. But once completed, it is going to scale down to based upon your specific needs. These are 3-day courses, essentially, and each day that you come in, it gives you some additional educational information, maybe some different things to try. Just a great resource available to you on your path to wellness. All right, wellness benefits. This is a great resource for you to find information out about the Live Life Well program. Any information that the state may need you to know or they feel may be beneficial to you can be found here. Click on the tile. We're going to hit that, and it's going to immediately open that page for you. Biometric screenings. This is where you're going to be able to go to see the screening results provided to us. There's no results in here, but essentially all we're receiving is going to be like blood pressure, cholesterol, glucose, just the very basic general items, nothing specific. And it's just, again, it just goes hand in hand with that health assessment that you can take if you would like. It's just going to give you an idea and help shape this platform to fit your specific health needs. Metabolic syndrome. I don't know. I know this has been kind of a hotter topic over the past couple years, but metabolic syndrome is really looking at 5 factors of your screening. So, again, looking at your HDL, your waist, your blood pressure, all of those details, and determining if you have metabolic syndrome. If you do have metabolic syndrome, you're just at a higher likelihood for some chronic diseases, and you'll see it's all outlined here. No biometrics are in here for this individual, so nothing is reported at this time. If you do want to self-enter, it will provide you that, but it's 2 items. So one is from the biometric piece, so from your state-sponsored health screening, whereas the others, if you already have some results or maybe some other results that you want to input, you do have the ability to put that in, and it's going to provide you with all the details associated with it. And then last but not least is need help. Once you're in here, if you do have any questions, you're not sure what to do, where to go, you can contact us. This is an email address. We do monitor this every business day and respond within 24 hours, many times much quicker. Or if you'd like to talk to us, this is the phone number and how you can reach. This will be for MediKeeper. So anything essentially on this site, maybe questions about syncing a device, maybe where points are located, any of that information, feel free to contact us and we will be very happy to help. One other item I do want to touch base on, this is where messages may come. We're not planning on sending you a bunch, but I just wanted you to see what was here. It will let you know if you've changed your 2-factor authentication, maybe if you logged in from a new device, or just information to make sure that your account is staying secure. If you need high contrast mode, that's here. Your account, if you ever need to update any information. So if you want to opt in or opt out of communications, all of that can be found here, or how you want to be contacted. And then this is where your pals are. So I know I mentioned that pal to pal challenge previously, and that's where you can monitor. I also wanted to show you here is what we call our hamburger menu. You can access everything that we just reviewed by clicking here. Well, I hope that you all learned a lot about the new platform today. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this, and I wish you all a fantastic wellness journey.